welcome back to my channel. My name is Des and this is Books and Stuff. Today I'm going to be reviewing a book for you. I'm reviewing A Better Way by John Barrow. So this book was sent to our office and it is a very quick read. It was a very good read. I believe it was more meant to go to correctional facilities and to inmates in there. But this is his story. And from the time he was like 12 or 13, he was in and out of trouble. And we're going back to the time when Teen Challenge first came out. And guy came in to speak to him at his youth detention center. And he wanted to go there. Of course, then he ran away and didn't stay. He had a hard time focusing. He was interested in God and he was interested in religion, but he was having a hard time staying focused with it enough to do it. And at some point in time, he ends up in solitary confinement for 28 days. And there was a Bible left in there, and that changed his life. So this is his story. And it would be good for anybody who has been in and out of trouble, who doesn't want to continue to make the same mistakes again. But other parts of your life that you could apply this to as well. If you've never been in trouble, you've never done drugs, you've never done any of that. Like myself, I've never done any of that. I've never been in trouble. I've never been to jail or juvie or anything like that. There were still things in this book that I felt would be that were very beneficial to me. At the end of each chapter is discussion questions. So this would be good for like a self-help group, not a self-help group, although it would work for that as well, but like a support group. This would be really good for that. And it talks more about, it's about a lot of things, including if you know somebody and you're an enabler, there's chapters in here and things to help you with that as well. So this I thought was a great book. It would be great for support groups, great for any kind of missionary houses or rehabs, anything like that, a self-help group, anything like that. This is a fantastic book. So I'm going to read the back of it for you. One of the loneliest, most painful places a man can find himself is in a cold, dark prison cell. It is a place very few ever intend to go. Young boys dream of growing up to be policemen, firemen, cowboys, anything but convicts or inmates. But because some of us could not stay within the boundaries, we find ourselves in too deep. What started out as a little fun and adventure finished up being another painful experience. One more exciting start or one more disastrous finish. But why? The question we keep asking ourselves is why? Why do we continue to bring about self-inflicted wounds? Why do we find ourselves making the same old lap over and over again? Will I ever get off of this vicious ride and stay off? Will I ever solidify my walk and stabilize? Will I ever quit hurting those who love me and causing all of this collateral damage? These are the many thoughts over and over again. Every time I found myself in YDC, the county jail, the state penitentiary, and finally holed up in solitary confinement, I would ask these questions. It seemed as though I could never find freedom from my own worst enemy, me. So like I said, now this book is very Christian-based. It is very religion-based, very Christian-based. But it can be applied to anything, not just people who, like I said, have been in and out of trouble or have made mistakes with the law, who have done drugs or alcohol or been, addicted to it. I've found when I was reading this that different scenarios that came up, if I take out the drugs and alcohol and the jail and the YDC part of it, you could still apply it to you and it could still make you think, to help you. So it's a fantastic book. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's fantastic. He did a wonderful job writing this book. It is his life and he does not sugarcoat anything. Sometimes when you read a book that somebody wrote, they only tell you certain parts of it. He does not sugarcoat anything. He gives you the whole dirty, down dirty, everything that he did wrong. And things that you should never do that he's done. He did it all, and he wrote about it all, and he's wrote about how he changed his life and how he became a better person and how he found a better way to live and to survive and to do what he did. And in the first couple chapters, it said like he probably had ADHD, which might have contributed to some of the mistakes that he made at a young age. And back then, that was not something that they had medicine for, and they treated for, and they were able to help you with. So I definitely recommend it. A Better Way. Check it out. If I can find a link for it, I will link it below, but that's definitely a really good book. So next book I'm going to be reading and reviewing. I'm going to do something I don't normally do, but I'm going to be reading 2 books at the same time. The first one is The Mississippi Trials of 1955, because my son is reading it at school, and they have to do a test every day on it. So I'm only going to read the chapters with him. So it's going to take a little bit longer for me to read this because I don't want to get too far ahead. So when I finish the chapter that he's going to have to read next to test on next, I will be reading Rebecca Sorrell's Expiration Dates. This is one I got at a book signing, and I'm super excited to read this. So this will probably be the next one I review before I review this one, just because I'm only going to be doing this one chapter at a time with my son, but then I will be reviewing it when I'm finished it. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a remarkable, wonderful day. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day.